debunking the same tired, sad misinformation and outright lies about guns that come up every single time there's a mass shooting, which happens pretty much constantly in the United States, and this time it hit a little bit too close to home for me. A few days ago, there was a hoax about an active shooter at Villanova University, and you know who was at Villanova that day? My 3 sweet kids and my husband, because my husband works at Villanova and he had them on campus that day. And that day I legitimately thought, maybe my children will be killed in a mass shooting today. A few days later, parents faced that exact nightmare as their children were killed or injured when attending mass at Catholic school. No one should be afraid to send their kids to school or to go to worship services, and the reason that this happens in the United States over and over again and in no other country like this is because of misinformation that is spread by a small, vocal minority of people who value guns over everyone's safety. So rapid fire myth debunking number 1 is it's not that guns is mental health or guns don't kill people, people kill people. Every other country on earth has mental health issues. The US is the only one with this level of gun violence. That's because we have more guns than there are people in the United States. Next myth, you need a gun because if you meet a bad guy with a gun, you need to be able to defend yourself. The reality is having a gun in such a situation significantly increases the risk that you will get shot. Almost nobody successfully defends themselves with a gun in such a situation, and there's actually no significant benefit compared to just calling law enforcement and fleeing the scene. And having a gun in the house actually significantly increases the risk that someone in the house will be injured or killed. That's both because of unintentional injury, like in the case where a child may have access to an unsecured gun, or because of domestic violence, or suicide. More than half of gun deaths is actually from suicide, and having access to a gun more than triples the risk and doubles the risk of a homicide. The next myth, and it's a big one, is that gun control laws don't work, bad guys can always get guns, so why even try? There's good evidence, obviously, that they do work, especially if you enact and enforce them across the entire country. So in the UK, they had one mass shooting. They basically made sweeping changes. They had no more mass shootings after that. In the US, every state can have different laws, and so you can get a gun in one state and go to another. Even though that's the case, there's lots of good evidence that states that have the most permissive gun laws have the highest rates of gun deaths and also higher increases of gun deaths compared to those that have really strict gun laws. And restrictions like background checks, waiting periods, licensing requirements do significantly improve the number of people who have access to guns. Guns are the number 1 cause of death of children in the US, not seed oils or red dye. If we actually cared about making America healthy again, we would push our elected officials to pass common sense, evidence-based gun control laws and not give us the same thoughts and prayers thing, which is frankly insulting.